Hey guys, it's Fox here, and today we're taking this Draculaura doll and turning her into Princess Peach. But it's a very special Princess Peach. I found this really cool Barbie jacket with all of the Mario characters on it, and I asked you guys on Instagram whether it was more 80s or 50s, and you guys said it was more 80s, so we're turning Princess Peach into a really cool 80s gal. Now I'm going to start off by blushing her face. I'm using some shaved down pastels, and I'm using a kind of orangey pink color because Draculaura's skin tone is pink, so regular pinks won't show up. You have to focus on something that's either more orange based or more red if you're looking for a natural blush. And I'm going to be putting that on her chin, her cheeks, her nose, and her forehead. After we've blushed her out, I'm going to start blocking out her face with a brown watercolor pencil. I'm using brown because it's a light color, so it's easy to get rid of if I mess up. And boy, do I mess up. It's just that other eye, you know? But that's what's so cool about Mr. Super Clear is that it makes this plastic that usually you shouldn't be able to draw on or you shouldn't be able to erase. It makes it almost like paper, so I can erase it super easily. It's freaking awesome. I love it. But one day I'll get good at making the other eye. But that day is not today. So after my horrible attempt to save the other eye, I will be adding little details such as the eyelashes because Princess Peach has very prominent eyelashes, I'd say. We're also going to be adding her eyebrows, and I'm going to be adding, instead of colored pencil for the moment, I'm going to be adding a little bit of my pastel to her lips. Okay, after that first layer is done, we can start darkening things up. Honestly, I'll be very honest, it's probably not a good idea to do what I do and go straight into black. But also, art is art. Play by your own rules. I always go straight into black just because that's usually how I want it. And I can build upon it, you know? So after I've lined her eyes, I'm going to give her blue irises. We're starting with a light blue because we can build that up and then later add shading and depth to it with darker blues. This is kind of just base colors, should I say. So with this doll, I'm sort of following the trends of 80s female pop stars, thinking specifically Madonna and Cyndi Lauper, so I decided to give her kind of striking eyeliner, eyeshadow, pink and purple. I don't know if those are the sort of colors they really wore back then. Honestly, I am a product of the 90s. I don't know anything about the 80s, so I apologize if it's not super accurate. I'm trying my best here. I'll be honest, I don't know if this is gonna be super 80s or if I'm just being weird, but I decided to give her a lightning bolt over her eye. It's supposed to be the lightning bolt power-up from Mario Kart, the one that makes everybody all tiny. Yeah, I don't know if this is actually 80s or if I'm just trying to give more stuff on her face. I don't even know. I don't know. Anyways, that's how she's looking. So I'm going to take this opportunity after I've sprayed her down with Mr. Super Clear again to darken up my colors and also add in the little details, specifically her eyelashes, because they got kind of muddy and distorted with the last layer since I was drawing over it with the blue and purple. I'm also going to take this moment to make her lips look more accurate to Princess Peach, because originally I was just going to have them subtle with the pastel, but it didn't look very peach-like, so I made them more the circular lips that we're all familiar with. Now we're pretty much on our last layer. I'm going to be going over the base color of her eyes again, and this is the time that I will be using darker blues to add depth and dimension to her eyes. So when I'm adding depth to her irises, I basically just go around the rim of her eye. I don't cover all of the base layer, it's just basically to add more weight to her eye. So I'm going to take this moment to add the pupils to her eye. That's vaguely in the middle of her eye. I don't want to make them too big, but I also don't want to make them too tiny. And I'm also going to be adding some shading to her eye. So I didn't show the process, but here's her outfit, made of a lot of felt and hot glue. One day I will show the processes, I just don't feel super comfortable right now. But I'm going to take these shoes, I think they're Venus big fly traps or something, and I'm going to first paint them white, and then we're going to turn them into piranha plant shoes. Also, if you're wondering why I'm painting them white, it's so that when I paint it with the other colors, the original colors of it don't bleed through, it's not too hard to cover, things like that. You don't have to be perfect with it since it's just like the base white layer. Once our white layer is dry, we're going to be painting the top of it brown, kind of like the flower pot of the piranha plant. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect, this is just the first layer. We can go over it and fix it up later. After we're done with the top brown layer, we're going to be adding red towards the bottom. Not where the teeth are, but like right above that. So that's how it looks. Looks good so far. So to avoid adding any unnecessary white where there shouldn't be, I'm going to be painting the bottom black. There's also vines on the heel, and I'm going to be taking that black color and putting it in all of the blank spaces on the heel. So now our shoes are pretty much done, but we're missing the little white speckles. So I'm using the back of the paintbrush and I'm taking some white paint and just dabbing it right on there, kind of randomly. There's not really any rhyme or reason. And so guys, here she is, our 1980s Princess Peach. I tried to keep her dress sort of the same that it was originally, the pink dress with the blue crystal, but I made it more 80s. And I also gave her superstar earrings in addition to her power-up lightning bolt and her piranha plant shoes, so it's a bunch of little references. Also, really quickly, I just want to say thank you so much for getting me to 100 subscribers. I know that's not a lot to some, but it's a big deal to me because I never thought anybody would be interested in my art. Anyways, guys, I hope you like her. I hope she seems very 80s. And don't forget to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!